Hey guys, Martin here bringing on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video, and so now we're going to jump into stage 5 of the new Giant Ape event, which is the versus GT Goku. There are 2 missions for this, 5 corroded body and mind units, and obviously the no items mission as well. So we're going to go ahead and try out the Rose and the free-to-play clones team. This should be pretty good, I think. STR Rose obviously is going to be the main tank, but we've got useful abilities like the tech one being able to action break, the int one having a scouter, obviously the AGL one has dodge. Of course, there's also the mission for collecting 40 STR Orbs. So the STR one is able to create STR Orbs out of physical, so the plan will be to just try and get as many of those as possible before we get to the end. Obviously, if you actually beat the stage without picking up the 40, that will not clear, so we need to make sure we're keeping an eye and probably trying to count those along as we go. Now, bear in mind, in the game, when it comes to no item missions, you can use a support memory. Obviously, the team having the 5 free-to-play, as good as the clones are, the team will have a lower HP than the normal sort of team we would potentially run with a Rose. So I've put on the support memory for Worldwide Chaos, just so that, you know, if we don't want to get right to the end, one of these guys gets hit with a super and we end up losing by like the tiniest amount of HP. So by giving these guys the little bit of extra defense with the support memory, then we can potentially survive in one of those situations. Because Goku, when you get to the, I don't think he does it in the first phase, but the Giant Ape and then the Super Saiyan 4, they crit on their super. So they can do quite a lot of damage. But anyway, this should hopefully be fine, and we are just going to go ahead and jump straight in. Okay, so we've got a good start here because we've got 1 Rose on turn 1 and 1 on turn 2. So we should be looking good. Obviously, we've got to keep track of the STR Orbs that we're going to pick up. We're using the permanent buff for the Worldwide Chaos because remember, missions for using no items, it specifically is no support items. So you are able to use support memories. Obviously, when people are doing when it comes to personal challenges, most people will include support memories when we're talking about hey, look at this, I did a no items run on this stage. But we're not here for that. We're here for the mission itself, right? Which is to just beat the stage with no items. And that means that support memories are allowed. Obviously, with the 2 LR Roses and then a bunch of free-to-play units, the team doesn't have as much HP as it would have on a build where we've got, the LR, other LRs on the team, like the AGL, EZA Rose, stuff like that. The kind of units we would run on, the Rose team, if we were running in a different event or, not trying to do a specific mission. So, obviously, having that little bit of extra defense is going to help. Plus, the extra attack just to get through and hopefully win the fight as quickly as possible when we get towards the end. Because this Goku, we only have to fight the Super Saiyan 3 Goku for 2 turns. I don't know what happens if you are actually able to kill these guys before the end of the 2 phases, whether it just goes straight into the next phase or whether you actually just win. Because they have quite a lot of HP and damage reduction. This Goku has 85% damage reduction. So it's very difficult to actually do damage to him. But we'll see. So, yeah, a ton of STR Orbs here. That's good. So let's do this. So that's 11. Okay, that's 12. Yeah, we want to make sure we're getting as many STR Orbs as we can. Although I want to make sure that the STR clone can get one. So that's 10 because there's 1 Rainbow Orb. That's 10 STRs, and then another 3, so that's 13. 13 STR Orbs, then we'll grab all these tech ones here for you as well. So 13, we've got to get 40 in total throughout the entire fight, so 13 is decent. Yeah, the STR clone changes physical orbs to STR, so as long as we're leaving some physical orbs on the field the turn before he comes into play, we should hopefully continue to get a decent amount of orbs for him, all the STR Rose and slot 1, doesn't really matter which one. It doesn't matter who picks them up, it doesn't even have to be an STR unit, to bear in mind. I mean, I'm sure most people would assume that, but yeah, you only have to get STR Orbs, it doesn't matter who picks them up, right? So, but of course, we want the clones to be getting their abilities, full abilities as much as possible, so if we can be grabbing same type orbs for them, then we do want to try and be able to do that. But yeah, we'll see how we go. So Tech Clone has the action break, so that basically gets rid of this last attack here. And then we go on to the Giant Ape. So far so good. What was it, 13 do we say so far? Maybe keeping the int one around for the Scouter is a good idea. So we'll do that. Oof. So that gets me to 14. And then I guess I'll leave those two physical ones there because they'll connect to the other ones at the top when they change to STR for the next turn. So it's 14 so far. Post super attacking, Rose should be able to tank the super from the Ape Goku perfectly fine. This Ape Goku does lose 4% defense with each attack received. So he starts off with a crazy amount of defense, but the more we hit him, the more defense he loses. So shouldn't be too bad to take this guy out. There's no charges, so you do actually have to defeat the Giant Ape Goku to move on to the final phase against the Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Rose with the dodge against the super, nice, we take those. Okay, so I'm not sure what the chances, how likely the Giant Ape is to super attack, because obviously there were no attacks in slot 1, so he was super attacking basically straight away. Because, okay, that's a good setup. I was going to say, because the big worry is like the STR clone. The STR clone is not particularly good defensively, right? So okay, that's another 5. So what are we at? 14. So that's 19. That's 20. Okay, so we're halfway to the goal. 20 STR orbs collected so far. Okay, this guy going to super straight away. It's a bit annoying. Yeah, he crits on super, so fortunately we are able to heal quite a lot like throughout the turn, because obviously with not only Rose but all the clones, if we're picking up the same type orbs for them, we do get some pretty good heals. So shouldn't have to worry too much. I'm not sure about Super Saiyan 4 Goku though, when it comes to, like, would he just one-shot Rose? Probably not in slot 1, I don't think, but he also crits. Although he does slightly less damage than the Giant Ape, so hopefully we will be fine. Because yeah, if STR Rose is taking that kind of damage from the Giant Ape, he should technically take that same, if not slightly less damage from the Goku. In fact, he also has type advantage, although STR Rose has guard anyway. But remember that units that have natural type advantage, they have those nodes in the hidden potential where they take less damage from a unit that they have type advantage over. So yeah, Goku should do a decent bit less damage to the STR Rose. So not great for orbs. I guess we could do that. So that puts us to 21. Then we do this for the heal. And then we should kill, I think, before we get to the tech guy, or like before the tech guy even would have a chance to be attacked. So we might as well just grab those 2 STR orbs. That puts us to 23. So we still need 17 as we go into the final phase here. But hopefully we get a good orb change, because the STR clone is going to be on the first turn here against the Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So hopefully we get a good orb change for him. Because yeah, we're going to finish off the Giant Ape with the Int Goku. I was going to say, hopefully he doesn't super... Oh no, of course, we know the super's in slot 3. I was going to say, that's very convenient as well, because we can go into the Goku stage phase basically on full health. We should get a full heal from the orbs anyway. So we're at 23. The only problem is we don't know where he's going to super. So, oh man, we did not get a good set of orbs at all. So we're at 23. I guess we'll grab these, because that should drop all of those down. Okay, there's no physical orb though. So that would be 4 STR orbs, and that would be 6. So what did I say? We're at 23, right? So that puts us to 29. And then I guess we'll just do that and leave those STR ones there, because that'll just help out. There's no point grabbing them now just for the sake of picking them up, when if we pick them up next turn they'll give us a heal, like with the STR Rose or Actually, it will be with the STR Rose because the STR clone's on this turn. So ideally, we need Super Saiyan 4 Goku to super now, like to super the STR Rose LR, because I'm not sure if the physical one has guard, so he might be okay, but I'm not too sure. Yeah, see, we might be dead now. Because yeah, I don't know if there's much chance of him just not supering at all. So it's the fact that he crits on super guaranteed, because the clones have pretty decent defense after they attack, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. Like, because obviously STR Rose has that combination of having damage reduction and guard, so that obviously helps quite a lot. If we get a dodge here, that would be great. Come on, physical clone. Yeah, let's go. Let's go, physical clone. Double dodge. Nice. So what did I say we were up to? Is it 29? Okay, and he's supering there. So then we'll do this. I think it was 29, right? Oh yeah, we should also do... So, I don't want to kill him this turn if we're not going to get all the orbs. Yeah, we'll be one STR orb short. So that's the thing, we don't want to kill him this turn. So I'm not going to use the Rose active skill just in case. Because yeah, we need one more STR orb and I can't get any. So we're going to do that. Yeah, typical. 10 STR, so that puts us to 39. So we need one more STR orb in order to finish the mission. But yeah, fortunately the scout is so useful, because like now we know like STR Rose absolutely lives this, right? So we don't need to worry about that. Next turn we use the active skill, although I should probably... it's going to be tricky actually, because if the active skill is going to kill on the next turn, I need to make sure I've picked up an STR orb before I use it, which means I then can't put Rose in slot 1. Ooh, it's going to be interesting. I might have to not use it. Yeah, see, look at that. Goku critting, but we just take double-digit damage. Let's go. Yeah, I think it's because Rose's active skill can do so much damage. I think if we active skill on the next turn, we just win, which... it's going to be very close. I think it's not worth risking it once we've gotten to this point where we've potentially just won. The only problem, of course, is if we go into the next turn and then he just immediately supers me in slot 1. But... oh, of course, he's attacking like 50 million times. Is the active skill going to kill him? If the active skill kills him, we fail the mission, so... and we're going to get the Dokkan attack and everything. His active skill does so much damage, though, that's the problem. I just have to... I can't risk it, like... and then we grab those, so that's 6, that puts us to 45. Okay. Don't kill me. Got 570 odd K HP. Okay, good. Whew. Yeah, like I say, we should have taken less than 500k because that's what we took from like the giant ape. So there we go. And that's with my Rose, who is 1 dupe. So there you go. Picked up, was it 45 STR orbs in total? So it should be all the missions done in this one run. We didn't use either of the Rose active skills because obviously that buffs the entire team as well as doing a load of damage. And that's why I couldn't really risk like using it. Because I've seen Rose's active skill do like damage cap and we just did 75 million and that almost killed him. So the active skill, it might not have, I don't know, like at that point it's probably too hard to calc exactly how much his active skill would have done, but it's just not worth the risk, especially if you get this far into the run and then you use the active skill and kill him and then we failed the mission by 1 orb, like, and then have to do it again. That'd be super annoying. So that should be all of the missions done. There we go, 3 missions completed. So yeah, there you go, 40 or more STR key spheres, at least 5 characters of Corroded Body and Mind, and beat the stage without using a support item. So there you go, that's all of the missions for stage 5 with the handy free-to-play clone team with the STR Rose. Obviously this mission significantly more difficult if you don't have the STR Rose. The physical Rose lead, I guess, could be okay because you do have the domain, which will be helpful. But like obviously he's not going to be anywhere near as good as a slot 1 against the Goku at the end, which I think is the big problem. Like doing this strategy, the STR Rose LR is like your go-to for tanking the super attacks. So I'm not sure if using anyone else is actually going to be efficient enough, but there you go, we managed to get it done. So let me know how you guys got on. Did you do all the missions in one go? Because again, remember, you don't have to. You can get the 40 STR Orbs as a completely separate one. You can do the no items as a separate one, and the Corroded Body and Mind all separately. So if your Corroded Body and Mind team isn't great, you can use Corroded Body and Mind, used items, and not worry about picking up STR Orbs, and just do them separately. But yeah, let me know how you guys got on with stage 5 versus the Super Saiyan 4 Goku down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.